Hello friends, Itza with Itza Thoughts here, and this is a design team project for Holt Designs and the Bling Chronicles .ning.com website. And this is going to be a series of mixed media art journal pages that we will occasionally be creating to fill up our journal books. And we are creating our journal simply out of cardboard, but now that we have some basic techniques done, I think that we can start adding different kinds of pages here. We can add chipboard pages, we can add watercolor pages, any kind of pages that you can think of. You can start adding it to your really cute journal. And today we're going to be doing the cover for our journal, and we are going to try to incorporate a beading technique, and the closure we're also going to do something similar to this, where we do add our beads onto our journal to make it look to make it look just that much fabulous. You guys see that heart? So we're going to attempt to do something similar to this to our journal, and we will just have a quick review of some of the pages that we have already created. Here's one. This is my cover page. And this is going to be a journey where we're going to explore ourselves, and we're going to make this our first journal book be about us, about ourselves, about the quotes that we like, the places that we like to go to, our favorite hobbies and stuff like that. So we're going to add that type of page here onto our journal books, and we're also going to use these books as, you know, a grounding point, where if we're maybe lost for thought on a creativity, and when we start browsing through our journal books, we kind of rediscover these techniques that we've done, and kind of gets the juices flowing and the gears in your head rolling. So I think this is going to be a challenging but really fun and kind of therapeutic type of journaling here that we're doing here. So all I did was outside of the tutorial, I just added some grommets here to the edges, and this is where our pages are going to be attached to our journal. Since this is cardboard and you might be taking them out, putting them in quite often, I do recommend that you put some kind of reinforcement on your pages. And I also colored the back of my pages. And all I did was just add just paint. We are not going to be working on, well, at least I'm not going to be working on both front and back of my pages, simply because if I ever want to pop this page out and frame it up somewhere, or if, you know, I want to give it as a gift to somebody or something like that, you know, it kind of loses, the other page loses the partner, and we lose one design part by framing it up. So I find it a lot easier to just work on one side of my journal. This is simply my preference, but everybody, you know, everyone can do and make their journal how they best decide to make it. So this is my first page, and this is one word that is about what I'm trying to do here, which is I'm trying to inspire, and I like to be inspired by other people and other people's awesome crafts and stuff like that. So if I had one word to describe this whole journey is going to be to inspire. And we did some acrylic paint techniques here. Very simple, very fast, but yet you can really tell what an impact those very simple techniques can build. And the second page in my journal is going to have a picture of myself. And I did the same thing to my page. I added the grommets here on the side. I added some more here, just messing around. And in this page, words that surround me are things that I am, such as I'm a wife, I'm a daughter, I'm a sister, I'm a friend. I'm adding all those things that I am to this page. And this is what I am. This is me. All these things put together is what compiles me. So this is a page that was created with Lindy Stamp Gang sprays and some, I don't know what this is, mesh-like ribbon, some stamps. And I really like the way all these colors, the greens and yellows and the purple, came together. And this is another really, this page really came together really nicely, really fast. I didn't really intend it to look like this when I first thought about it in my head, but as I was creating it, it just kind of, it didn't look like it needed any more with just the 3 colors of Lindy sprays that I added to this layout. And we did some modeling paste techniques here at the bottom. These are just really cool effects here that you can get with the Lindy sprays. Added some chipboard gears, this little swirly thing I got from Lindy Stamp Gang. We did some embossing, some glittering. I'm not sure if the camera catches how glittery these 2 gears are. Really sparkly, really glittery. And the sentiment I chose for this page was, it's never too late to find out who you want to be. And it's taken me a while to kind of discover who I want to be and who I am and where I want to go with the things that I'm making. And it's slowly but surely building up my confidence, and I'm becoming a little bit more confident in my work, and I'm really enjoying sharing the bits and tags that I know on mixed media. So that's what this page is about. This is an example of a page created to fit the sentiment. We did some modeling paste here with a watch template. The same thing up here. And I just colored the back also. This is the 4th page we did yesterday, and I really love the way this page came out. I love the pinks and the grays and blacks in this page. The metal butterfly embellishments came through really nicely. And I really like the way she came out. She is made out of vinyl with a layer of lace and some paints. Some little paper flowers we did yesterday. Again, we added some modeling paste, but we also used some pan pastels, some inks, some of Lindy sprays. We did a tissue paper technique here, had some embossing powder. Several layers went into composing this page. And today we're gonna try to make a nice cover for our journal. And all I did was get a cardboard box. These were already scored on the box, and I just punched some holes through it. Very simple, nothing too fancy. This is cardboard, so I will need to give my project a very nice layer of gesso. And what the gesso does is it helps your page to be able to take all the sprays and stamps and inks and paint and glues and all that stuff that you add to your page. So I'm gonna work just on the cover. The inside part I haven't decided just yet. That might be another tutorial for next time. And today I'm gonna just work on the outside cover and building the binding system. It's very if it comes out the way I have it pictured in my head, then it's gonna look really cute. And this is going to be a great use of all those beautiful beads that a lot of us have hoarding, put away, saving them for a rainy day. Well, this is a good project to bring those out, especially since this is going to be a journal about ourselves, our own personal reflections here. My husband thinks I'm conspiring against him, saying that I'm using up all my my supplies really fast on purpose just to get him to take me to the art store again. He swears. He calls it a danger zone. That little area where these little shops are at. He calls those the danger zone. And for the cover, I'm going to use a technique that I've used before in a previous tutorial. Only that tutorial was for a canvas. And this one's going to be the same techniques applied. Only difference is that this is a journal cover and the other one was a canvas. This is just to show you guys what I've been telling you for a while, that these techniques, if you use them on, if you use the same techniques on 3 projects, all 3 projects are going to come out looking totally different. You can just change it up by changing the color, the theme. It looks like a totally different project. So I'm going to attempt to do that same technique here. And that's the technique with the old dictionary pages. And tissue paper or decorative napkins. Okay, so here I'm gonna work on both the back and the front of my cover at the same time because I want them to be the same. And for this I'm going to be using some laces, and like I said, some old dictionary paper that I've cut up. Here is some of the lace that I'm going to be using. I might also be using some chipboard pieces, but I'm not sure just yet. I haven't really 110% worked out the design of the cover. It's kind of lingering around in my head, and I'm trying to bring that to life. So let's see what happens. Might not use the dictionary papers. I have these really cool tissue paper printouts that I did using some stamps. I really like it. It has music notes and address form, has a little chandelier here. I really like this, so I might just use this one and some lace. And I have a tutorial where I show you guys how to print on tissue paper, so that's always a fun way to get some really nice designs going by creating your own tissue paper print. So let's see, I'm trying to make this as fast as I can. I am a little bit restrained for time. I'm only going to be able to be on for about an hour and a half. Tissue paper is a great medium to use in your mixed media projects because they create really nice texture, and texture is what we're looking for. Just gonna rip it up in pieces. Okay, so I'm gonna bring out my multi-medium gel. Just move some of this stuff out of the way so I can move my canvas. Okay, I'm just gonna apply it with a foam sponge brush. Let me just, for right now, fold it in half like this. Oops. Okay. Now I'm gonna randomly start putting my tissue paper on here. I'm not too worried about all the wrinkles and stuff. I really like that. Creates texture, which I really like. These would make good Christmas gifts for teenagers. You make a blank one for them, especially if they're into art and stuff like that. Really affordable if they're into art. What teenager doesn't like writing about themselves? Okay, almost done with this side. Don't be afraid to get in there with your hands. It's okay if they get a little bit dirty. Just want to make sure that the tissue paper is properly stuck. You want to get any air bubbles out of there. Okay, so I think here is where I'm going to add my lace. I have this really cool lace that I got. You want to make sure that your lace is nice and stuck to your surface. I have to add this side first. almost done here. And I'm going to add another piece of lace here on this side. By adding the lace here to my cardboard, it's also gonna act like a reinforcement for the book that's gonna be opening and closing all the time. So kind of acts as a reinforcement. Okay, let me just bring out my heat tool. Okay, this is kind of dry, so it's okay for me to keep messing around with it. Needs a little more glue here. So this is what it's gonna start looking like. It's my front cover, and that's the back of it. Just gonna get some scissors and cut the excess tissue paper off. Uh-oh. I know it's not my boss. Okay, it's almost virtually dry. The next thing I'm going to do is I am going to start adding a little bit of color, and my favorite color is turquoise, so that's the color palette I'm going with. And I'm going to add it with my little spatula here. Just kind of blending it with my paper towel, so you can still see some of the image peeking out through the color. Just randomly adding the color turquoise to my project. Next, I'm going to come in with some sprays, and this is a Kissing Kaniki Coral. Oh, I love this color. And I'm also going to be using Danny Sugel's Denim. I just sprayed some and I'm letting it run. Just blotting some of it off with my paper towel. And I did this technique yesterday where I lift my page up and I spray downward. I'm gonna heat set this. That's just my friend wanting to gossip. I'm just coloring the lace part with this Danny Succo's denim. I really love this color. Yes, I need to go to the paint to the craft store very seriously. I was just talking to him about that last night. He says those are dangerous, uncharted waters. Now I'm using Sweet Violet Purple Teal. Just blotting some of it off. Okay, then I'm going to come back with my modeling paste. Since my modeling paste is almost done with, I'm going to add some color to it. And all you need to do to add color to it is just put in a little bit of acrylic paint into it and mix it up. And all I did instead of using acrylic paint is I squirted some of the sweet violet purple teal onto the container here, just a little bit, just to give it like a really light purple pinkish type of color tint. Don't squirt in too much because you don't want to thin your modeling paste out too much. So I'm gonna get my favorite, this is a rose stencil. I have some here on my brush. I'm just gonna get rid of it by adding it on here. I'm getting back my craft tool here. I love it. I'm just randomly adding this flower stencil, trying to use up all of the modeling paste that's left in my container. Just one more little part here. I'll show you guys right now up close what it's starting to look like. Just trying to scrape off every little inch of the modeling paste that I have in this tube. Nothing goes to waste. Okay. Okay. Let me just go put this in water really quick and I'll be right back. Okay, so let me show you guys what it's looking like. Love those flowers. Almost dry, and we'll start doing the binding system. Okay, it's about dry now. So this is my front cover. And this is my back. I'm just gonna come in with some ink and I'm just gonna distress the edges really quick. And I think I'm just also going to add a coat of multi-medium gel, but I'll do that a little bit later, and we'll get started on creating the binding for our journal pages. And to do that, I'm going to put some grommets here on the spine also. Okay, so luckily they come with this little cool tool, and I need my hammer. There's gonna be a lot of bang, guys. And it hammers your grommet right in there. Put another one in the middle. You put this little thing, this part at the bottom attached to your grommet. You get the top part. And in it goes. One more time. Okay, so that's what our spine is looking like. And I'm going to use some wire here. This is 20 gauge wire. And I'm going to cut 3 pieces off, the same length. Okay, now you can see my grommets here. And one of the things I'm going to want to do is I'm going to put some duct tape here and here. But I'll do that a little bit later. Right now I just want to get this done. Okay, so you're going to get one of the pieces of wire that you cut, and you're going to bend it like so, and this part is what's going to create your loop, and it's going to wrap around. So you hold it tight with your finger, you curve your wire, and you start forming your loop here. Until you get it to the, I guess, size that you want it. Something like this. Then you start wrapping the remaining wire around the other wire. You cut off any extra piece. You get a perfect loop all the time. You're going to do the same thing to the other two pieces. You bend, you start bringing your loop. Try to make them all roughly about the same size. Fold, you start curving it to shape your loop. Okay, now this is the part that's going to be left on the outside. So you're going to stick your pieces of wire inside the grommets like this. You guys see that? And this is what it looks like on the inside. You're going to do the same thing to these in the inside, only you're going to make this loop a little slightly bigger. I made mine a little bigger. Almost done with the last one. So roughly this is what it's looking like. Okay, and I have this really cool I guess it's a ball and chain type of necklace that is going to be perfect to use for attaching your journal pages. And all you do is my journal pages. You're just going to put it through each and every single one of your pages. And you can see that the ball and chain goes through nicely. Kind of tape this down here. And I think Tim Holt sells these ball and chain type of chains, I believe. Almost done putting all my pages through. Here we go. So here you can see how my pages went through the loops, and I can easily turn the page, turn the page, turn the page, turn the page. And this way you can add and remove any page that you want from your journal. And the ball and chains are adaptable, so you can make them as long or as short as you need them to be to make it as tight trying to close it now. And it closes nicely. Yeah, at the hardware store. So you can see here, this is the front page. It opens up. You see the, right now it looks like that because there's not very many pages in here, but as I keep adding more and more, it'll get a little tighter. And I'll have a tutorial up on how I ended up doing the inside of my journal. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to start working on the bead system here. And this is going to be done with wire also. I like working with wire, but it can also be, I guess, jewelry string or ribbon, anything you want, as long as your beads go through it. So here, I'm going to be using some beads. I've got a lot of beads. I just need to pull out some colors here. I think these colors look really nice. Just cutting they're attached through wire. Just cutting the wire off. I'm just using the beads. I think I might attach it with ribbon. I had some beads and charms here. I'm thinking I'm just gonna leave them like this. They're attached this way. might as well take advantage of that. I had more chain here. I guess I took it all home yesterday. Just attaching it with some chain. A jump ring. Really hard, really thick jump rings. This means I'm way out of practice with my beads and I need to get my bead on. That looks really cute. Oh gosh, this is really thick metal. Just adding some chain to my binding here, my spine. And this, at this point, this part here is all decorative opportunities. Because the beads here are going to be non-functionable. They're just going to be there to as a design element. So at this point, you can basically add all kinds of chain, all kinds of beads. You can make a dangle and hang it from there. Many possibilities. So I'm liking the look of the beads and the chain. If I can ever open it. so thick and so hard. Jeez. Whew. Jeez. Made me sweat. I do have them. I don't have them with me. I have a whole set of pliers and tools for jewelry, but I don't have it with me. I brought the wrong baggie with chain. I thought this was going to be some other chain, but I'm trying to work with what I have. It's really hard. Can't believe I'm having such a hard time. Come on. All right. Whew. Phew. I really like mixing my metals. Putting gold with silver and copper. I really like it. It's the middle one that's giving me problems now. I'll show you guys. I'm gonna hang some beads from here, create a little dangle. And I'm also gonna just in case later on if I need another ball and chain, I'm gonna also attach this one to the side just as a decorative element, and later on if I need it, I always have it handy right there. Gives it a really rustic look. I'll show you guys right now. I'm going to add just one more, I guess, color of beads. I think I'm going to add the clear ones. It's been a while since I really messed around with my beads. It's been at least a few weeks. Oops. It's starting to look really chunky, really full. And I'm going to hang some beads from here too, so. And some charms. It's a good use of beads and charms, and you can have a little bit of all the worlds in one little project. Gonna hang some beads now, just cascading down the side. And I have this cute little domino piece that I did yesterday. That I want to use also. Oops. Like this one too. Maybe this one. or this one. Oh, that's a great idea, huh? A wallet. I have a ton of wire at home and chain. Almost done here with the binding. All kinds of glue on my fingers. Can you guys see that? think that's about it for the binding for right now. Hello, how's it going? Thanks for stopping by. Yeah, I'm gonna use the winged one. I'm gonna use this one, but I'm gonna attach it to the closure here. But I'm going to do the closure on a tutorial over the weekend, and I'll also do the inside of my journal on a tutorial over the weekend. This was just to show you guys how easy it is to create really simple, out of the ordinary binding techniques, and it's possible for you guys to use just about anything that you guys can think of. Chain, ball and chain, a ribbon, lace, any of those things would be good to use for your binding. So if you guys have any questions, oh sure, thank you Shirley, I would love to see it. It sounds like a really fun project. So that's it for today. Off. I have a few other things to take care of before the end of today, and I'm really happy that you guys were able to stop by and craft along and watch this video, and hopefully you're gonna take out of these videos some inspiration and learn maybe a few things here and there. So till next time, happy crafting, and please stay posted for more mixed media projects coming your way.